Today we're going to talk about tarantula care, and the most important thing to remember right off the bat is that there are three different types of tarantulas. There are obligated burrowers, opportunistic burrowers, and arboreal tarantulas. Now I'm not talking about species, I'm just talking about a classification here. Opportunistic burrowers are tarantulas that steal other animals' burrows, be it a rat or a rodent of some sort or a lizard. They don't need a burrow, but they prefer one. An obligated burrower is a tarantula that builds its own burrow and must have a burrowing area to feel comfortable. An arboreal tarantula is a tarantula that's going to live in the trees or on bushes up high. They have lots of climbing room. This is important to know before doing your tarantula setup, because the different types of tarantulas have different needs. Always make sure you get the correct identification of the species of tarantula that you're dealing with. Don't ever go by common names. Get a scientific name with your tarantula. They have lots of different tarantulas out there and lots of different needs to them, so that's very, very important. Secondly, research the heck out of it. Talk to everybody you can. It's very important. As far as bedding goes for tarantulas, most people are going to use a cocoa bedding, which is a shredded coconut husk, a peat moss, or a soil and vermiculite mixture. These are all beddings that are going to hold humidity well, but also dry out fairly well, and have various different uses. They also tend to be rather light and fluffy and hold burrows very well, so it's important to be able to give your tarantula that if he's a burrower. Now, as far as everyday care for tarantulas go, the important thing is just to make sure that they have fresh water daily, and that they get fed basically weekly. Most tarantulas do not need a high amount of food. 1 to 2 crickets a week is just fine for maintenance of an average tarantula. Now, it's not going to be a rule. You kind of have to watch the abdomen of the tarantula and see if it's getting bigger or smaller, and judging by that, you can judge whether or not you're feeding too much or too little. The other important thing to do is that if you have a tarantula that is a high humidity tarantula, you need to be misting him probably daily. Maybe not daily, maybe every other day, but keep up on it. He has to have that humidity to make him healthy and to make sure that he molts properly. Really, the trick to keeping tarantulas is getting their environment down. And if you can get their environment down, everything else is easy and gravy. They're very, very easy to keep as long as you do your research. So make sure you know your species.